Morning. Repeat everyone. It's almost 4 and I'm waiting for my taxi. I'm about to go to Moscow.
Yeah, the taxi's on the way.
Mm-hmm.
What time does your train leave?
5:30.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm still sleepy.
Yeah. How long will it take you to get to Moscow?
Just for 3.5 hours. Yeah. I'll be there around 9.
Yeah.
Quick breakfast. Ham and cheese pirashi.
Taxi's almost here. Going to Moskovsky Vokzal to ride the Sapsan on to Moscow. And then to the embassy.
Yep.
I'm gonna miss my husband.
Yeah.
For a day.
Oh, you have your keys?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah, and you won't get back until like 11:30 tonight. So.
He's here.
Okay. I'll go down with you.
Let's try it.
Okay, well, Marianne has successfully left. It's about 4:15 a.m. Her taxi came and gone at about 4:10. And yeah, I feel bad about not going to the train station with her, of course, but I do have to work later on, and so I hope to get a couple more hours of sleep and then head to work. And then, yeah, I would love to have gone to Moscow with her, but unfortunately, because of the need to quarantine for at least 5 days and then get a COVID test, it's too much of a burden for me because I have 3 classes each day, and I'd have to figure out how to distance teach each of those days for each of those classes. It just, to have a minimum of a week's worth of distance teaching to do, it's just a lot more easy for me to just try to keep things as is. The goal is for her to then get a COVID test after 5 days, so basically Friday or Saturday, to get a COVID test, and if that's negative, she'll be able to return to the school. And then also, if during this week, she and I will have to stay apart from each other, which will be difficult, of course, because, well, obviously we live in the same place, but still. So we'll figure out how that's going to work exactly, but we'll try to, if she happens to be COVID positive, which we're praying that she's not, but if she happens to be, then yeah, I will need to make sure I've kept a distance for that time. Otherwise, I'll get quarantined as well. So, anyways, she's supposed to let me know when she gets to the train station. Train leaves at 5:30, and then she gets to Moscow at 9 o'clock in the morning. That's why I'm not going to the train station with her, and why actually even tonight when she arrives here at about 11:30, I will not be there to meet her as well because of the quarantine issue. So if it wasn't for that, then yes, I would go to the train station, meet her there. But because we have to keep a distance for that amount of time, just in case, then I will not meet her at the train station, and she will just take the metro back home from there. So time to get back to bed.
Meanwhile.
So I just arrived at Moskovsky rail station. It was a quick ride. I arrived here. It's now currently 4:15 a.m. So I'm more than an hour early for my ride to Moscow. And this is such a beautiful railway station. It's just so gorgeous. It's like you're inside a museum. So I'll give you a quick tour. Here we go. So there are shops that are open. And I just passed by the security, which is very quick. They're friendly. And there's not much people here. So there's a bunch of souvenir shops around. Souvenir shops, chocolate shops, and then Subway, Carl's Jr., Yeah. Yeah, and there's already a track number, so that's the 5:30 a.m. track number 5. So we can now go inside. Track number 5. To track number 5, that's our train going to Moscow, the Sopsan high-speed train. Para siyang bullet train ng Japan. And so I went through 2 security checks. First one is yung sa main entrance. And then the second security check is yung papunta dito sa platform. Ito na ang ating train! Ngayon, pupuntahan natin ang ating coach number. Hala! Nakatakot naman to. Parang basag-basag, parang train to Busan. Parang may zombie. Huwag naman, uy. And then, St. Petersburg to Moscow. Yan na. So, hanapin natin yung coach natin. I think ang ticket ko ay nasa coach 3. Pero wala pa yung tao. Hindi ko masyado ata maaga. Ang lamig-lamig pa naman. Dito ako. Ayan, so chinek yung ticket ko and ngayon nakapasok na tayo sa train. Ito ang itsura niya. Ayan, so ang seat number ko ay 3C. I think medyo nasarap ako. Si Kuya Mumbo. Ako. Oh. Oh, number 25 ata. Oh, 25. Hindi ako marunong tumingin. 25. Ah. Okay. Receipt 25. Ayan. So, ang price naman niya ay nasa 3,436.7 rubles. Yan. Yan ang one-way ticket. So, ang price naman ng ticket ko pa uwi ay 2,012 rubles. Finally, we have arrived in Moscow. So this red train named as Krasnaya Strela is the overnight sleeper train that can take you from St. Petersburg to Moscow and vice versa. I personally have tried this the last time we went to Moscow. So it's very comfortable. Okay, so we're now inside Leningradsky railway station and I'm about to head out. Ayan, so I will go to the nearest subway station, which is Komsomolskaya. Here is how it looks like upon exit from the railway station. It's snowing. So this is how Leningradsky railway station looks like from the outside. And yung metro or yung subway station is just right outside. So ito siya. Yung nakikita nyo maraming tao na bumababa sa underpass. Yan. So, ito yan. Yung M na sign, yun yung metro or yung subway nila. So, konting lakad lang. So, it's very, very convenient, diba? Yung nakikita nyong M na nakadikit dyan sa poste, yan yung sign for metro or subway station. Maraming umuubo ngayon. And the cases of COVID is really high in Moscow. Ito yung pinaka-hotspot ng Russia. So, sasalubong sa atin yung isa sa pinakamaganda or probably the most beautiful metro station ng Moscow. Itong Komsomolskaya Station. It's really a work of art from the ceilings to the chandelier, even to the columns, diba? Napaka-effort ng pagkagawa nila dito. So, I can say that this is my most favorite metro station dito sa Moscow. It feels like nasa loob ka ng palasyo na pwede ka na mag-ballroom dancing with your Prince Charming. Pero, first stop, syempre, we have to go to Philippine Embassy. So, I have to take the metro from here and then it will take me to Smolensk Station. So, this is the station that's nearest to the Philippine Embassy. It's just around 5-minute walk to the embassy. So, excited. I'm glad that I'm quite early for my appointment. So, paglabas ko ng Smolenskaya Station, ginamit ko yung underground pass to get to this side of the street. Tapos, konting lakad lang from here is yung Philippine Embassy. Ayan, tara! So, ito papunta ako ng Philippine Embassy to get a certified copy ng passport, NBI clearance, and special power of attorney. Ito yung mga requirements for tax filing with IRS for me to be able to have an IT number as well as yung NBI naman ay para sa spouse, US spouse visa requirements. So, I'm getting all these requirements in one visit para hindi sayang yung punta ko dito sa Moscow. So these are just some of the many requirements that are necessary in order for us to be able to have a US spouse visa or immigrant visa and be able to enter and visit the States. And as well to migrate there. Nag-snow na at ito, nandito na ako sa embassy. Ito na siya. This is the Philippine Embassy here in Moscow. Lamig. Sa wakas nakarating na rin. Ayan! Mga tourist destination or attraction ng ating bayan. Ito na! We're at the Philippine Embassy! Okay. Ayan, nakapasok na tayo sa Philippine Embassy. Ito ang office nila, pero pag sa consular appointments, passport, and other things, doon sa may likod. So, punta tayo sa likod. Ito ang address. Karmandiski, Peryolok 8. Ayan. Tayo sa likod. Nakikita nyo ba yung snow? Nag-start na ang snow. This is the second snowfall of the season. Kaya na, lapit na tayo. So, deliver registration desk. Hi, may appointment po ako for 10:15.
Ano pangalan?
Marian. Let's go inside.
A few moments later.
Unfortunately, bawal mag-vlog sa loob ng Philippine Consulate So, ayun, I was able to process all the documents. May mga few errors pero naayos naman. And since expedite processing, makukuha ko siya later today. In the meantime, gagala muna ako. So, I will go to the different beautiful metro stations dito sa Moscow. And as well, mamaya, pupunta rin ako sa Red Square. Napansin nyo ba kung gaano kahaba ang mga escalators dito sa mga metro station? Amazing, di ba?
Will Marianne get the documents she needs? Will she manage to return safely to St. Petersburg without catching COVID? These questions and more will be answered in part 2, coming soon. Stay tuned.